I love this quote. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Welcome to the daily review of April 26th and the preview of 28th and 29th, your daily dose of events that shape the Forex markets. Now, our trade, the US GDP trade, now I'll explain that to you. If you went in blind, you would have picked up some money, but we're going to be looking at this as a no trade. The trade plan basically was to trade the GBP JPY. Now, I got a lot of emails as to why a GBP JPY when we have a US news release. Because because the US dollar acts in a funny method. Sometimes the US dollar strengthens on good news from USA. Sometimes the US dollar weakens on good news from USA. While as the GBP JPY acts in accordance to the sentiment, risk appetite sentiment, or the risk aversion sentiment. So when there is good news, GBP JPY tends to go up. Bad news, it tends to go down, and it is more reliable than the US dollar. So that's the number one reason why I chose the GBP JPY over the any US dollar pair. So now let's see how we would have gone about trading it. The idea was to trade the 21 SMA reversal, and we had the trade at 8:30. So there we go. We had a news which should be bad news. We'll get into that detail. It was bad news, but from the look of the chart, you could say that it was bad news. Why? Because there is risk aversion sentiment creeping into the market. So what happens is that I'd said that we would enter in long after the reversal. So we will allow the market to play its course, and then if the GBP JPY breaks above its 21 SMA, which is this line, we would buy. So all in all, if we followed the trade plan blindly and not looked at anything else, you would enter in long out here, and for for some amount of pips in your favor. But the idea was to do this in a relatively quick time. I wouldn't be looking at it more than 1 hour. So from 8:30 to 9:30, this is when I was actually looking for the market to go down and reverse and go up. It did not do that. Because it did not do that, it was a no trade for me. So this registers as a no trade. Now, at the monetary policy meeting held today, the policy board of Bank of Japan decided by unanimous vote to set the following guidelines for money market operations. Basically, they will print about 60 to 70 trillion yen, that is with a T, trillion yen on an annual basis. So that's the monetary base will increase by as much. Now let's talk about the trade. The We had the GDP numbers today. Growth in US trails forecasted as defense spending falls. Um, I was talking about the sequester. Remember that was a hot topic in January and February, and that is what's beginning to creep in now. That the budget, the defense budget has gone down, and which should be a good indicator for the economy. It's not that it is a bad indicator, because the consumers, if they're driving the economy, that's good, while as if the government is driving the economy, that's bad. The economy in the USA grew less than forecast in the first quarter as a drop in defense spending outweighed the biggest increase in consumer spending in 2 years. The GDP rose at 2.5% annual rate, lower than the forecast. After a 0.4% fourth quarter advance, the Commerce Department figures showed today in Washington. The median estimates of about 86 economists called for a 3% gain. Now, consumer spending, the biggest part of the economy, climbed by the most since the fourth quarter of 2010. Now, again, I got a few emails asking me to explain what the zero R is and what's going to happen. The zero R basically, first of all, let us look at the wider concept. Why does the market exist? Or the market, the stock market, or the commodity market, in the sense the futures market, they all exist because there is trust. There is a price mechanism wherein people trade on these markets based on trust that there is something of some value behind that. So, for instance, when gold trades in the futures market, um, there the price mechanism works because people want to believe that whatever the price is being quoted, that is what is the true price of that particular commodity. But now the zero R is when we have we be deprived of this trust. People will not trust. Let's say that I go to my goldsmith and tell him that I want to buy gold, and the gold price, just to make things easier, is $1,500. I'd say, okay, give me $1,500. You look, the gold futures are trading at that price. He says, no, if you want gold, you'll have to shell out $1,600. Only then I'd give you gold. So the true price of gold out there is 1,600, but the market price is 1,500. When that starts happening, that means that people have lost faith in the market, in the futures market, and when that happens, we'd have something worse than the 2008 crisis. So that's the explanation of the zero R. Now let's look at the preview for tomorrow, uh, or not tomorrow, for 28th and 29th. Well, basically, we will have the pending home sales, and there isn't much happening. There'll be holiday in China, so nothing much. We have the pending home sales. I'll let you all know of a trade plan in case I'm planning to trade that. And that's about it, guys. Have a wonderful day and have a wonderful weekend. Spend time with your family. Tell them that you love them. Bye for now.